Do you think the Tinder swindler helped you in a negative or positive way?
If I swindle, I admit it to you now. Back in the days, I swindled banks, I did mistakes, and back in the days, and all of these things. Again, what is swindling?
Netflix uncovers the shocking true story of Simon Leviev, the so-called Tinder swindler. Posing as a billionaire heir, he lured women with luxury, love and lies, only to leave them drowning in debt.
Find myself a man, 20 years old, without a job, suddenly with a legal problem, I don't know what to do. I wanted to be accepted.
A global scam, a web of deception. This is the true cost of swiping right.
What kind of trouble are we talking about?
So with me, when you do me good, I do you 20 times better. When you do me bad, I do you 20 times worse. You know, I'm a businessman, but I could be like an asshole, I could be a gangster, I could be anything.
Who are you, Simon?
I was broke, I didn't have any money. It's to take girls on a date. It's not about you having money or something, it's something in you. During this time, I met a girl on Tinder. She was a tax advisor in Finland. She took me to a hotel, we had a good time, and she is the mother of my daughter. 3 people waiting for me in front of the plane. And we want to ask you a couple of questions.
Before you become Simon Leviev, how much would you say you turn over in your life?
In a place when there is money and there is no power, people with power will come to take the money.
That's what Netflix offer.
They're making a movie about you. You can cash out from it, seems nice. I said, all right.
Seems nice. This is cool, man.
Yeah, you know.
I'm going to be famous. So what was your old name?
If Simon Leviev, the character that they portrayed, is a terrible man, and he deserves to be in prison.
Do you want to clear your name? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Tick Show. Opposite me today, I've got a very special guest, Simon Leviev, aka the Tinder Swindler. Welcome to the show, Simon. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Listen, Simon, you're probably one of the most talked about men all over the world right now. The Tinder Swindler went viral. So do we say the Tinder Swindler was you, or do we say that was a character Netflix produced?
It's a character that Netflix produced.
Before we dive into your story about Netflix and Simon Leviev and who this Tinder Swindler is, let's take it back to your childhood. Who are you, Simon?
Well, I grew up as an Orthodox Jewish kid in a very ultra-Orthodox city. Just to understand that people will understand, it means that I grew up without a TV at home. I don't know what Disney is. I study in a school that only learn biblical studies. So you don't learn anything, not math, not English, not science, nothing, only Bible. And by age of 8, 9, I started to question a lot of things. It doesn't seem right to me. And then I have decided, it's not for me. Started to make trouble in school. They kicked me out from school, and I've changed between the age of 10 to 12, I changed 8 different schools.
8?
Yes.
In 2 years?
Yes.
Wow. Every
place you go, it's you're going down. Like
when you say you was a troublemaker, what kind of trouble are we talking about? Fighting? Guys, this video is sponsored by the Podcast Hub. I've been in Dubai for over a week now, and I filmed some amazing episodes. I've come down here, they've showed me nothing but love. Look at this view. This view ain't no green screen. Listen, they've got plenty of studios. Let me show you a few of them. Guys, this room is called Pulse. This is a very serious room. So if you've got a one-on-one interview with someone, you want to sit down with them, come down here, sit down, interview your guest. We can change all the colors in here. We can make it your vibe. Now let's move over to the next room. This set is called Aura. Up to 5 friends here. You can come, you can chill out. This set is more of a conversation-based podcast. This is to chill out, have your chats. The other ones are quite serious. This one's chilled. Come through, chill out. Now let's take you to the last set. This set is called Delegate. If you're looking for like a boardroom effect, get down to Podcast Hub down in downtown Dubai. While you're over here, line up your guests, come down and let Podcast Hub take care of everything. They do from start to finish. If you're looking for editors, thumbnails, literally anything to do with podcast, they're the guys to help you.
Fighting, making noises in the class. Like, I wanted to be accepted, but in class I wasn't accepted. So in order to get the attention of the class, you want to be liked, you want to be loved, you're thinking you're getting the attention in a negative way. So this is what I did in order to get this attention. And of course, it's led that I've been expelled from school and kicked out from schools. And then I find myself home without a place that will agree to accept me. In the age of 12 something, I decided, I had a cousin who studied in America, in New York, and he told me there is a school for problematic kids like myself, kind of the last resort. And I convinced my parents to send me there. I was flying with my father to New York. They agreed to accept me if I will have a host family, which my parents arranged for me. And I moved there. Also from there, they kicked me out. Kicked me out from the house as well. Find myself in the streets, hustling, doing whatever I can.
What age are you at this point? 13?
13, yeah.
Wow, young age.
Yeah. In the age of 18, as returned back to my country, joined to the military. I was supposed to do the 3 years. I did 8 months. I said that I don't want to serve. Say that I see things, I have visions and bullshit like that. And they kicked me out from the army. And then I wanted to become a pilot. I wanted to do something. My father worked in aviation for 21 years. So I thought, like, I grew up in a house that aviation, it's everything. So I thought to become a pilot is good. In my country, most of the pilots coming from the military. So I needed to start in a civil school. So I started to learn to study PPL on Cessna 172, a private pilot license. And in order to fund my studies, I was looking for a job. And then I was working in a rich family house. I was cleaning, gardening, taking the kids from school and everything. And the family didn't pay me.
They didn't pay you?
Yeah, for 3 months. They was abusing me. I tell them I need to go for my studies. You're not going to take off. You're nothing. You're like a loser. And abusing you. And all my salary, at the end of the 3 months, they pay me 2,500. It's like 500 pounds, let's call it like that, which were they owe me about 5,000 pounds. Wow. I took this check, I fake it, I wrote 50,000 pounds, and then I know I cannot put it in my bank account. So I went with it and I bought a car with it. I bought Porsche Boxster 2005 black color. And because I know that the car dealer, they tried to swindle me, so most likely they won't check the check. After 3 days, the check was okay, everything was fine. Just the car, after 2 days, the gearbox has been in my hand in the traffic light. And I was
seriously?
Right. Yes. I sold the car for about 40-something thousand. I took the money, paid the debts that I had, and paid for my flying lessons. After a month, I got a phone call from the police. I had a honest certificate from the police. In order to become a pilot, you need to have no criminal record and everything. So I never been in investigation or all of this kind of path. I straight away admit everything to the police investigator. I told her I wanted to impress her. She was a young, beautiful woman. And I thought if I will say yes, they will let me go. And she told me, okay, just sign up here and go. I didn't understand what is the signing meaning. Then it went to the public prosecutor. The public prosecutor has put charges on me. I was flying to Cyprus to study my flying lessons. And then once I returned back to my country, I've been arrested in the airport. And they confiscated my passport and they told me I'm not allowed to leave. Find myself a man, 20 years old, without a job, with a legal problem. I don't know what to do. Not really in touch with my family. And difficult situation. I asked my friend for help. He told me, listen, I have a friend. He can help you to leave the country. We'll fix you a fake passport and go leave, make some money abroad, work some jobs, whatever it is. And you make some money, come back, get a lawyer. You will get out from the situation. And this is what I did. I left the country on a fake passport. I was 20 years old. I left on a 36 years old made identity. And I didn't know what I'm doing. I didn't know where I'm going. The first country I went, it was Ukraine.
Okay.
And my story, then I met a guy there after 1 month in Ukraine. I couldn't find myself. A guy asked me if I have a driver license. And I told him yes. He told me, okay, I'm going to buy you a flight ticket to London. It was my first time in the UK. And I'm going to bring there a car. And you're going to drive all the way. You're going to drive with me. Once I'm driving, you're going to sleep. Once you're sleeping, I'm going to drive. It's about 3,500 kilometers. And I bring the car from there. And I said, no problem. It's holiday for me. Euro trip. Sound great. Yeah. And then I understand what he's doing. He went to Auto Trader. He's seen cars, like luxury cars. Second-hand market, they don't have very big in the UK because in the UK, you have right-hand drive. And all over Europe, it's left-hand drive. So the price dropped drastically. And then they're selling it for part exchange, for parts, and they're making a very good money with it. And I saw it, and I said, it's a good idea. Maybe I will start to do it. I didn't know what to do, and I was starting Googling jobs for Israelis abroad, and I find jobs in cosmetics, in Dead Sea products. And I called them up. They asked me if you have experience. I said, yeah, I have a lot of experience. So I convinced them to buy me a flight ticket that will be deducted from my first salary. Okay. And they will give me to sleep on the sofa on the employee apartment. I said, no problem. They bought me the flight ticket. They can pick me up from the airport. They give me instruction what to say. There is a landing card you need to fill up. And then I used to work in a Wood Green shopping center in London.
Really?
Terrible place, but yeah,
Wood Green's rough.
Yeah.
I'm from near Wood Green, Enfield.
Yeah. So I was working there. And, trying to sell. The work is based on commission, you're selling. But the good things about this job that I find out that I have a very special abilities with ladies, because the customers is ladies. I was broke. I didn't have any money. I'm a handsome guy, but I'm not rich. I didn't try, and I'm stopping girls selling cosmetics. But suddenly I understand I have something. I used to take girls on a date. I didn't have money for a taxi. And I used to bring them to my sofa in the employee apartment and add girls. And then I understand, listen, it's not about you having money or something. It's something in you. I understand.
You had a charm.
Something like that. Let's call it like that. Like, I don't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Like, girls, it was way out of my league. Like, way. There was on the employee. I don't know what I can say or what not in the podcast, but
say what you want,
I fucked them on the sofa of the employee thing, it like that, and they pay for the taxi, It was like, I said, all right, no dinner, no nothing, like, I was broke and it's okay. And they bought I made commission from the things that they made,
So they paid you to fuck them.
A win-win situation, and I'm telling you, really like...
you was living life with the women.
At girls, yeah. But then I understand, listen, I came to London for a purpose. I want to do this car business. I saved up enough. And one evening I was looking on Auto Trader and I found Volvo S90, 2001, green color, 2.4 engine, I remember it. And the car was priced $9,999, like £1,000. Okay. I calculated how much it cost me fuel, ferry to go from Dover to go all the way. I estimated about £1,000. I said, listen, I don't know if I have a client. I don't know if it is. I will do the same way. I think it's going to work. I bought a car. I drive all the way. At the end of the day, I sold the car for £6,000. I made total profit of £3,850. I said, I'm on to something. I will come back. I came back. I did it again and again and again. Then I understand something. During my time, one of the girls that I stopped in UK, she was a bank manager of Lloyd's TSB back then, they call it. Now the banks are separated. And she was a bank manager, and I was holding an Israeli passport, and I was a tourist on a tourist visa in the UK. So I could not open up normal bank account. But I asked her if she can open me a bank account, and she did open me a bank account. And then she explained to me a lot about the banking system, how things work, what is the consideration that the banking giving before they give in a loan, giving a credit and everything. We're talking about the pre-age before the credit scoring and all of this nonsense. So what is the considerations? And I kind of loved all of the systems. Then I told my friend that I open up a bank account. He told me, oh, wow, maybe she can open for me as well. And then she started to open me bank account for people without coming to the bank, just sending the passport. And I understand I can get some commissions. And it was like kind of a side business, which I kind of did. I will cut the story. I will jump a few years. I moved in 2014 to Thailand. My main money I did, I played with banks there. I used to buy land very, very cheap.
Okay.
Like about $5,000-$10,000. I had a surveyor office working with me that was accepted by the bank, and they was valuating the land
cheaper than
very like that. It worth like 200,000, and in reality it was like cost me 10,000. And we will build up buildings there, whatever it is, and we took out loans from banks of. You can imagine how much we took, and it was my highlights. During this time, I met a girl on Tinder. She was a tax advisor in Finland, and she took me to a hotel. We had a good time, and she's the mother of my daughter. And she advised me to open up a company in Finland in 2015. I opened up a company, wired money, everything was great. September 11, 2015, I landed in Finland, 1:30 in the afternoon. 3 people waiting for me in front of the plane. And they asked me, Mr. Tapiro, back then I'm going by this name, and we want to ask you a couple of questions. I said, of course, no problem. They escort me to some small room, and they informed to the Israeli embassy that they have an Israeli guy detained. After 30 minutes, they talk in between themselves. They got a phone call, and they called police on the radio. Apparently, the Israeli embassy told them that this guy, he passed away in 2008, the identity. So automatically, the suspicion, it was right. I present myself to a law officer or someone else. I enter illegal to the country, open company illegally. Yeah, I've been convicted for that. I've been sentenced for 3 years in prison. Was my first time. Was very, very difficult. Has been released after 587 days. It was March 2017. Then they deported me back to my country. And when I landed in my country, I've been arrested on the fake passport, on the check that I was running. Add me all of this. I've been 1 month in arrest, bail myself out. And then I changed also when I get out. I said I will start new life. I changed myself from Shimon Yehuda Chayut to Simon Levayev officially.
Where did Simon Levayev come from? What's going on, guys? This video is sponsored by Aspen Morris Solicitors. Aspen Morris is an award-winning law firm with offices in North London and Central London. They deal with a range of areas including property, litigation and criminal matters. If you want to get in touch with one of the best law firms in the whole of the UK, get in touch and let Aspen Morris deal with all your problems right now.
Simon Levayev, the Levayev family, okay, he was a guy who lived in a neighborhood, in our neighborhood. He was the richest guy in my country.
The diamond sector,
yes,
right?
Yeah. He was a very successful businessman and someone that I was looking up to. And it wasn't like it was someone like, let's say you would say, oh my God, I want to be like Elon Musk or something. Nothing like to be pretending to be son or whatever it is, but it's someone that you admire, someone that you was like, wow, for you.
Yeah, but if you admire someone, you don't try and join the family by taking the name, right?
But you don't join the family because the family is well known. You don't join the family. You just change it for Levayev. And Simon is Shimon. I just took out Levayev. It wasn't like to go and pretend. So
before you took out Levayev, you never had no intention. There was nothing behind it.
There is nothing to do. Why I need to.
The only reason I ask is because if we take it back to when you first done the 50K with the check thing, you must have got the hunger for the money, right?
Look, it was not the hunger of the money because I made so much money in 2015 and doing my years. So I was flying back then jets before even people knew what jets are, before you didn't know even how to get them. All of these things that nowadays, that social media, people didn't even know what all of those. I had them. 2014, 2013, everything I had then. So I reach out to the top of this life, like let's call it like they're traveling all the time.
Yeah, you was living a good life.
Yes,
you was living a good life, and I'm not taking that away. But I'm saying in a sense as you was living a good life, dodgy, right?
No, I started dodgy, and then I kept it like legit businesses.
So when you
opened
it, the land thing changed.
I opened it normal company. The problem when I opened up a company, the company was based on a passport which is not mine. I opened up a bank account. The money was clear, pay tax and everything, but it's not you. So legally, if it is now not yourself, you cannot be yourself. When I got into prison, they confiscated my passport, my credit card, because it's not yours. I get out from prison naked. I didn't have access to my bank account. All my money was there. And if you're calling them up to change the OTP passwords or the phone numbers, I don't have access. So you need to come physically to the bank. I'm not Mr. Tapiro. I'm Simon Levayev.
Did you not think, because listen, you're an intelligent man. You are. Yeah. You've had a successful businesses. You made millions of pounds. Did you not think, fuck, one day I'm going to get caught doing this?
I didn't think that far ahead. Back then, I didn't think that far away. It was like nothing that like get caught because in a way, the things that you did, it wasn't that bad. Like,
no, but you knew you're there on a fake passport.
Yes, I didn't thought the long-term plan. It's just one thing accumulate to another one and another, and it's become so big that I didn't even expect it to be so big. And as much as it sounds, when you have money, everything comes easy for you. You have people, collaboration, everything coming so easy for you. When you don't have everything escaping from you, but when you don't need it, just like literally, and I shit you not, I have a problem. I didn't know where to put the money. This was the real problem. Where to put the money. This is how it was the problem. And in 2017, when I get out from prison, I came up to a financial problem because I get out literally naked.
So what was your old name?
Shimon Yehuda Chayut.
How much did the old version of you make? Before you turned into Simon Levayev, how much would you say your net worth was?
No, because it wasn't Shimon Yehuda Chayut. Because I left the country on 2011 on Mordechai Nisim Tapiro. So
before you become Simon Levayev, how much would you say you turn over in your life?
About $70-80 million.
Okay, so close to £100 million.
Yes.
So you was a very successful businessman, right? Before this whole Netflix documentary,
like way before that.
So you was already successful in your line of business.
Yes.
You went to prison once before Simon Levayev, right?
Yes.
Has Simon Levayev ever been in prison?
Yes.
So now let's take it over to Simon now. I'm now interviewing Simon, right? I'm not interviewing anyone else but Simon.
Yes.
When you become Simon because you looked up to the Levi family?
No, it was like the Levi was just not kind of put my past behind me because I was in prison. It was 2017, 23rd of April 2017. This is when I changed legally my name in Ministry of Interior. That's it. It has nothing to do with the Levi family. And it's ridiculous, the accusation. Like if I would say, oh, my father is a billionaire, so I will go to the hotel. You don't need to pay. Like just an example. And on the contrary, the family are so famous that everybody knows. Just Google the name and you will see there is no name by Simon. There is no age like that or something like that.
But back when you done this, social media wasn't what it is today, right?
I didn't have social media back then. And more than that, in 2017, 4 months, I could not leave the country. They didn't let me to leave the country. And in 2017, I left the country again when I was Simon Levi on a fake passport. I didn't go by the name Simon Levi because Simon Levi was wanted. I had a red notice on Interpol. So if I will be using, or as the girls say, they bought him a flight ticket, I will be arrested on the next border control. So it's impossible. When they arrested me in 2019 in Greece, the name they arrested me was David Sharon. So no one, this is what is just telling you all of this myth. No one, I could not use the name Simon Levi because it was my real identity, which it is real now.
So where did this Netflix series come from? It must have come from something.
Okay, way before the Netflix series, before everything. 2017, end of 2017, I did a business deal. The business deal went wrong.
Okay. As Simon, right?
As back then, I won't reveal what name. No one knew it's Simon. Simon was like a nickname. The real identity which I'm using, I used the fake passport. Like a different age. People know me at 35. I was 28, 20. Like even the girls on Tinder didn't know. Simon is a nickname.
Just quickly before we go over to that, when you went to prison after you made the 70 to 80 million, did you lose money?
Yes.
A lot?
The couple of millions left.
But you still had money. You're still a wealthy man.
Yeah, but I didn't have access. This was the worst because I have countries that I cannot go. Okay. So everything that I had in Finland, the government confiscated everything. I literally get out naked. I had a gold iPhone, and after when I've been released from prison, they even confiscated and sold it to someone. And someone emailed me, "Can you give me the Apple ID so I can remove it?" I said, "Fuck off!" Like I thinking I will give it to you. He took my phone. Like it's crazy. But this is I literally went out naked, and I find
started
myself
from zero again.
Yeah. And I need to recruit, like how I'm getting my passport. Then I need to use again fake passport. Then it's complicated. I need to bring my old identity, but my old identity already burned. So I don't know what the authorities know, how it is, how to escape the country. It's complicated. And listen, I don't know if you know, but my country is very difficult with security issues and everything. It's like one big prison. It's a very difficult place to live. Almost impossible.
So take me over to your business deal you done. Talk to me about that.
The business deal went wrong. The person claimed for me, wanted to say I owe him money, like a couple of millions. I won't go exactly into details what exactly happened, but he said I owe him millions. I refused to pay, went dirty, started to threaten my daughter.
Started to threaten your daughter?
Yes, started to get out of hand, let's call it like that. So with me, when you do me good, I do you 20 times better. When you do me bad, I do you 20 times worse. You know, I'm a businessman, but I could be like an asshole. I could be a gangster. I could be anything. I have connection in all the walls. And I decided I'm not falling for it because once I will pay once, I will pay again and again and again. And I open up another bridge to another person and it will never end up. And in a place when there is money and there is no power, people with power will come to take the money. 100%. This is a simple rule of life, which I learned in the hard way, unfortunately. Everything was fine. Kind of tried to get away from the situation. The only problem that I had, I used fake passport. They find out that I'm using a fake passport and they had card against me. Tried to bring me down in all the kind of way. Jumping the story, I was traveling a lot and I was on Tinder. Yes, I was a single guy.
So was you on the run?
Huh?
Was you on the run?
I wasn't really on the run. I was wanted in my country, but you know, like I'm not coming back, living my life, everything okay. I was on Tinder. I have my profile. I was 35 years old on my profile and meeting girls, you know, whatever it is, every country I'm traveling. Then this girl, the first girl that was participating in the movie was 13th of January 2018, sending me a message. It seemed like you're flying a lot. I was meeting her the next day in London. I think I was staying, in no Four Seasons, in the Shangri-La Hotel. Yeah. No, Shangri-La is in the Shard, no?
Yeah.
No, it's not the Shard. It was the one...
Dorchester?
Next to the Dorchester. There is one like Asian one. I don't know. Whatever, just like the one close to Dorchester. So I met her for a coffee, 11 o'clock in the morning. I get out with my bodyguard, and after 10 minutes, something like that, I got a phone call that I have to leave. I said, I'm sorry, I have to leave. I go, she sent me a text message. You don't have to tell me that you have meeting. You can tell me I'm ugly. I tell her, listen, what are you talking about? You're not ugly. You know what? I'm flying tonight to Serbia, Bulgaria. No, not Serbia, to Bulgaria, Sofia, Bulgaria. You can join me. I didn't really mean that you will join you. When she just met me, who the fuck will come with me? Yeah. And she said, yeah, I'm going to come. I was like, oh shit, like I cut off in my tongue. Okay, what did I will tell her now? Then she will think for real she's ugly. And I said, okay. Wasn't a date, wasn't anything like that. Just on this flight was my daughter, a mom, my bodyguards, all my team, and I was...
But you told me you was broke.
I didn't, again, when I get out from prison, again, I'm jumping to 2018. I get out from prison 2017. 4 months, I had difficulties to leave the country. I escaped the country on a fake passport. I went out, I get my money from some bank account.
Oh, you got it all, you got money back?
I got out my money. And moved around, man. I moved around, so everything was life is good, everything okay. Pull it out, don't worry, you know. Cool. Live my life, everything was all right. Fly out to Sofia, Bulgaria. Went.
And this girl's with you now, yeah?
What?
The girl is with you as well at this point.
She was sitting down talking to my business partner. They actually was fighting, you know, all the flight, and then I went to my meeting. Was waiting for me naked in the bed after I come. I was like, what the fuck? Let me eat something. Then in the morning he's supposed to go back to London, but I was flying to Berlin. I bought a flight ticket through my travel agency. And that's it. Didn't see her here and there. Text message, how are you? You're right. Blah, blah, blah. That's it. She had a birthday. I sent my secretary, send a flower. You know, people say, oh my God, they give me the biggest rosé of flowers. Listen, when you going on Rolls Royce and traveling private jets, everything, it's comparable in life, you know. Yeah. 500 roses is nothing, or 100 roses is nothing. It's just normal thingy, you know. For me, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I didn't even order it. My secretary ordered it. So that was fine. I met her. I was flying to Cayman Islands. I had a fuel stop in Oslo, Norway, 18th of February 2018. I texted her, you here? You know, I wanted to fuck. Sorry, you know, I love these girls like you come in, you know. And tell me I'm here. It was 3 a.m. I said, wallah, nice. You know, I fixed myself, you know. Quickie, she gave me a book. It was after Valentine's Day. That's all right. Then I told her, I cannot come to London. I have some situation. I have some problems. I'm not going to come there anymore. I have a house in Amsterdam. We can meet up in the Netherlands. It's easier for you. We'll schedule one weekend, and when I will have time, so we'll meet up. The last time I meet her in March 2018, she came for a weekend. I also shortened it up for a couple of hours because I needed to leave, but she was doing stories. Then after a couple of days later, I'm receiving from my secretary, she told me that they call her from the travel agency, and they told her that someone has called them up to ask all the flight details for the past 6 months. And they send them. Then I understand I have a very big of security because, you know, when you're sending someone a flight ticket, there is the name of the agency and then they give everything. One of the names was the name of Cecil. I bought a flight ticket. This is how they got to her. Cecil said even in the movie, 3 people came to our house, and yes, they did came to our house. And then they showed us something. I will just show it to you. Just that you will understand. They came to her and... show us something like this. You dating guy, you know this guy. Yeah, so this is.
So who's turned up to the house now?
It was private detectives that came to our house. You see, Mordechai, Beaton, Michael, all of them is the same person, different date of birth. This guy is a wanted man. He's a fugitive. If you're helping a fugitive, you can get up to 20 years in prison. Give us everything that you know. Those are the people of the guy that I had a business problem. They tried to find the weakest link. She gave them the address where I lived in Amsterdam. No one knew where I'm living. 5 people. And after a couple of hours, I started to see cars spotting my house and everything like that. I took out 4 people, which I know they knew. I knew that she is the one who leaked it. She blocked me suddenly out of nowhere and everything like this. There is the famous voice message of mine that I'm saying, I don't know what is happening in the voice memo, but I can tell you one thing. Every action going to be a reaction. This is what did I say? Because I understand that she leaked it up and I didn't really understand whatsoever what is happening. That's it. Then I'm not entering into the story. I forgot about her. I didn't know about Cecil. I didn't know anything, and that's it. We jump into April. I go up to Copenhagen. It was Friday night. We had a business deal. Then we say, okay, we're going to celebrate. I'm going down to the toilet. Someone trying to stab me. My bodyguard Peter eliminate the guy. We go up directly to go to take our coats and pay. Once we got in up to pay and take our coats, someone taking a big bottle of 5-liter vodka and break on his head. We didn't know what is happening. We went to the hospital. They stitch him up and everything like that. We didn't know. We took out a private company to check out the cameras, to check out everything, to find out what's going on. Apparently, the guy trying to attack us, it's a cousin of this guy that I have a problem. He tried to do anything he can. He understands that physically he cannot do. Then they understand one thing. My face is out there. I was trying to fly on a commercial flight from Milan airport. I was scanning my boarding pass and he doesn't open me the gate. He tell me to go to the cashier. I go up to the cashier and then the lady looking at me like this, like I can hear, you can see the face, there is a problem, passport or something, like, I don't know. And I say, 1 second, toilet, like, and I run away. I run out and I understand that someone leaked out my identity, which I didn't know. I've changed multiple identities. And then it was September. My brother doesn't talk to me. I don't talk to my family. My brother sent me an email. Please contact me urgently. Out of nowhere. I thought that someone of my parents died or passed away. God forbid. And I called them up and he told me, listen, a camera crew came to the parents' house. It was September 2018 when they see the movie My Mom. So this is when they filmed that in 2018. And they came, they say that you swindled some girl, you wanted, I don't know what is happening, man, but be careful, someone's sitting on you very strong. I thought I didn't understand my brother or he didn't understand, but I didn't, what girl, what swindling? But I understand that I have very big tail. I went out to private detective company and I said, okay, listen, do me an order, what's going on, what is happening, I want to know where I'm standing, I don't know what is happening here. Then, during this time, I had a friend, her name Pernilla, is the second girl in the movie. She was a very good friend of mine, going with me with my girlfriend. Back then, I had a girlfriend named Paulina. She also been in the movie. We was traveling all around the world and everything. One day, Pernilla calling me and she told me, Simon, oh my God, the door of my car was open. She was living in Stockholm, Sweden. And no one took anything, but the doors was open. I know you have some issues, but maybe someone's trying to send you a message to you or something like that. I said, could be, but I will start to check out this idea. Apparently, she'd been approached by journalists. Mm-hmm. Then I get out the name of the journalist, and they said they're making something about me. I took out private detectives. I won't gonna say how we get out. We get out to the first drafts of the articles. The first drafts on the articles supposed to be sex abuse, sexual harassment. Yes, those was the first thing that they tried to build up. Then it was 2019, the beginning of 2019, it was February. She called me crying, Pernilla. She was my friend and she told me, I don't know, people threatening on me or something like that. I didn't trust her then. I didn't. Mm-hmm. But I said, okay, you know what? Let's meet up. Let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about it on the phone. Let's meet up face to face and everything. I know I used to have a house in Munich, so I know Munich very well. I said, okay, let's meet up in Munich. I bought a flight ticket in cash. I was flying to Zurich. From Zurich, I rented a car. So I drive all the way. I knew if something go wrong, I can always go to Austria, Zurich or something. So I have an escape plane. And my security and my other team came up on a commercial flight. And we meet up. We meet up in a Mitsuisha restaurant in Mandarin Oriental Hotel. I came to pick up from the airport. I pay for a room in cash. Put it under my partner name, so nothing leaked to me, which will know which identity I'm using. Went to the restaurant. She was very irritated all the time, getting out to the toilet like 6-7 times. Then they went to smoke, and I went with them to smoke with my friend. And then I'm looking up, and I see like huge telescopes of cameras. And I'm looking up, and I say something is feeling odd. She tell me, no, it's paparazzi, the famous people. I say, no, paparazzi not hiding. They're taking outside. It's all private detective or police. Something feel off. I say, like, listen, we're going right now, and we're running away.
She set you up?
Yes. She set me up in an ambush with a camera team and everything. Like they want to see that I'm real. And I managed to escape this night from Munich. It was a snowstorm. I got lucky and I went to the Canary Islands. While I'm in Canary Islands, she called me on Sunday. She confronted me. She told me, listen, I know you're wanted by the police. You're a bad father, blah, 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 blah. But then she told me, like, listen, I know that the article going to get out on 16th of February 2019. I'm just telling you, I'm sorry. They told me if I'm not going to do it, I can go to prison because you're fugitive. I'm your friend. I assist you. They use also manipulation on the ladies as well. I didn't know what is up and asked her, why? Why are you doing to me? You're my friend. I've been nice to you. I've been kind to you. I fly all around the world. I bought you things. I was fair with you. Why to do? I didn't even know what's going to happen. She just told me the date. It was 2 days after Valentine's Day. It was Saturday morning. I remember that. And I thought, okay, I need a place to hide out. The parents of my girlfriend, Paulina, had a house in Czech Republic in a small village there. And I said, okay, I think it's a good place to hide till things will come out. I flew out there. We was waiting. The article came out. In the beginning, I didn't show my girlfriend nothing. I didn't say anything. It was very difficult for me. It was starting to blow up. The article was in English as well. So I started to get like very big feedback. One morning, I'm sleeping and my girlfriend went with her mom, and the guy that is managing the house, he come to me with an ox and he told me, take your shit right now and go like this. If no, I'm calling to the police and everything. We know who you are and everything. I said, what are you talking about? Like, no, go now. They took out like Paulina, that she won't be some drama. And I understand that, okay, I pick up my luggage and I go. I don't know where to go. I was driving on a side roads. I don't know what is happening. It was really, really, really terrible. I called my assistant, my previous one or this one, and I told her, listen, I need your help. She told me, listen, Simon, I don't know what I know that you didn't do it. I don't know what is true and what not, because in the article they say I'm wanted in 8 different countries, and it was a very big thing. And the article was the Tinder swindler. I will come, I will help you out. Then she went out the next day. We went to the airport to exchange the car. I had like, I think, Audi Q8 or something, not to have a flashy car. She rented me car under her name. I took all of the identity that I had, the new one. I took everything, credit card, I will break everything. I don't want to have any identity. So in case they catching me, I will not go also on another thing. So
another charge.
It's another charge. So I just destroy everything. And then she was looking on Airbnb in some small remote village in the middle of nowhere. She said, I'm in Arthur and I need to get like Muse or whatever it is. And then she bought me groceries and she told me stay here. And when he started, I was going, the only thing that was in this place was internet. And I read all the articles, all the comments and everything. And I started to get to a dark hole. It was really, really terrible, got into me. And on 26th of February 2019, I tried to commit suicide. I was literally going on YouTube and looking how to do hanging news and how to do these things. I did even pull up on this wood piece that was, and it's left me up. I tried to do it, and in the last moment it broke down. And I said, no, I'm trying again, and I'm gonna die. I went to the pharmacy, I bought all the pills that I could buy without any prescription. I took them down, smashed it with a glass thing that it will go easy. I drink it with alcohol. 3 days I was like pass out, dead, didn't eat anything, but I got my life back, and I said, okay, from this point I'm gonna fight. The little money which I have, I hire a private detective because my girlfriend they disconnect us, and I didn't give her any explanation, and I know if they will take her back to Russia, I will never find her and everything like that. So I took with the less money that I had cash with me, private detective to find out. 1 week she didn't get out from the house. You know, you love someone and you want to explain your side. Then some sign of light was that she get out from the house. She went to the gym. He followed her, and I told her, put the phone on speaker. I told her, listen, it's Simon, I don't ask you anything. If you want to leave, let's leave as nice as a friend, but give me 10 minutes of your time. I want to explain you something. She said, okay, come tomorrow at the same time. Came the same time. We went out to the car, explained to her everything. She told me my parents took my phone, threw it away. They thought that I help you to escape, so now the police will come and all of these things. I convinced her to escape from my parents' house to be with me.
Yeah.
And she did. She was coming from a very wealthy family.
Did you love her?
I loved her, yeah. I loved her.
Is she one of the only women you've loved in your life?
Yes. Love is a very big word, and she's a great woman.
She's still part of your life today?
No, she is not. I left her for someone else, and I shouldn't do that.
Do you regret it?
I came to a point that I didn't see a future with her, so I didn't want to waste not my time and not her time. On my previous relationship, I really, 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 really regret it. But she was a great woman. But I think that it's very important also not to waste your time. When you want to be with someone 2-3 years, if it's not going to let for someone, for nothing, not to marry, not to children.
And just regarding this whole situation, where's your daughter at this point? While you're like on the run, obviously traveling around, you've got a lot of shit going on. Let's be honest.
Yes, but I did not expose my daughter to all of these things. When I had the problems and everything, I tried to divert it from her. That's why
the mom was looking after her.
Yes, her mom. She has an incredible, amazing mother, and I'm thanking her each and every day. Unfortunately, now her mom does not let me see my daughter after also the movie and everything, and I understand it. It's breaking my heart. And it's difficult, and I'm trying, hopefully very soon. My daughter, she's 9 years old. She had a birthday last month, and hopefully very soon I'll be able to contact her direct, and things will be better. But I understand her mom as well. She wants peace, and she won't let her choose. So it's not in my hands. I'm trying my best, and this is the only thing that I can do. But the person who made me arrested is the mother of my daughter. She made me arrested in 2019.
She got you arrested?
Yes, she leaked my location to the authorities because she thought that she's doing something good, that she's not participating with a wanted person. I was talking with a FaceTime with my daughter. It was Friday, 28th of June, 2019. It was in the morning, and she asked me, what are you doing today? I said, I'm flying tonight. Like this afternoon, I think to Albania I was flying, don't remember. And she's the only person who knew where I'm going and what time.
She leaked it to the police?
Yes.
Wow.
And I passed passport control, everything was okay. The flight was delayed, then I see 3 men coming, looking around.
Did you know instantly?
Civil clothes. I texted my assistant, I told her, find me a good lawyer. She told me, what are you talking about? Find me a good lawyer in Greece. Call my lawyer from Israel, tell him to come and take care of Paulina. Those are the words. After this, they're coming to me, what is your name, sir? I say, David Sharon. They look in, they had like leaflet with a lot of, and I understand. I came 2 days, I fucked the brain that my name David Sharon, and I convinced them that it's like this. My lawyer told me, stop telling them like this, they know. I came to court, I said that my life was in danger, that's why I was using a fake passport. They give me 11 months suspended sentence and 10,000 euros fine. I paid it, I've been released. And at the second I've been released, Israel asked an extradition warrant for my check and escaping the country and everything. And it's the easiest case in the history of my country that they ask an extradition on such a small charges, let's call it like that. And I agreed to the extradition because I knew that I don't have way out, because I don't have another citizenship. I didn't have my own passport. And I know if now I'm free man, my country not going to give me a passport. They will give me only a transfer certificate only to go to Israel. And if it's not like that, I will be fucked, and then they will make me. I agree for that. I was waiting for my extradition in Greece 5 months. It was torture.
You was in Greece prison?
Yeah. It was torture because they had 40 days to give the official extradition. They give it on the 39 days. You see, doesn't come thinking tomorrow you're going home. On the last day, they like play with you mentally, breaking you down. The hospitality, the prison condition, terrible, but the hospitality of the Greek people was exceptional, so nice, so kind people. And was Kittens there, was born in prison, so it helped me to go to my sentence. I had a phone as well, so helped me to go. Then they extradited me. Was not easy, the extradition. 12 police officers came, they took off all the back of the plane. Was like a big scenery. They blocked the roads with motorbikes. Like I felt like, is the motorcade? Like who you taking in here? You know, like fucked up. Like
what was your charge when they took you?
For Israel, theft for an employee, using a fake passport, attempt for scam. Like it's on one charge. Let's say when you have a fake passport, it's 10 different things. It's pretending to be other. It's pretending to be other in order to deceive. Pretending to be other by the law enforcement officer, using a stolen identity, like 10 charges on each thing. Is, they're trying to make it a big case, like they catch here the Pablo Escobar. Came to the country, then I get a deal with the persecution, 15 months in prison, plus 170,000 fine, and all the money which they took me over the years to confiscate it. And they will deducted me the time since I was sitting down in when I've been arrested 2011, 2017, the time I was in Greece and everything. So I said, okay, I have 5-6 months left. So, okay, I will agree for that. I've been sentenced on 30 of December, 2019.
Was you scared of prison?
No.
No problem at all?
I mean, listen, it's not, first of all, I did some time back in Finland. So.
What was the worst prison you've been in?
Condition-wise, the worst conditions, it was in Greece, but the best people. The best condition was in Finland, like 3-star hotel, but terrible, was terrible people, because also your region is problem. Yeah. I'm not going to enter to politics, but when you are Jewish, they cannot put you with the foreigners, then they will eat you alive, and they put you with the white. So the white in prison, extreme is everything. So if someone is racist, everything is too extreme. They put me with the neo-Nazis. They used to see me Heil Hitler, like was not an easy sentence. Was not an easy sentence at all. Most of it, about 80% of it, I was in solitary confinement. It was not easy. And I learned a lot. I read a lot of books, and it's made me to go in peace between myself. I had a big trauma in prison in Finland. I had a girl I was in love with. She was my light in prison. She left me while I was in prison, and she said she got engaged to a guy, and she sent me the picture to prison. It broke me down to pieces. And I said, I will never let a girl to do it to me again. I was like,
hurt, proper hurt.
Like, yeah, it was terrible. And yeah, and in Israel, prison also very tough. It's tough. It's not easy. It's like a military base, and because I'm high risk of escape, because I escape on a fake passport, so they don't put in you on a white collar crime prison. Yeah. So they put in you with murderers, with life sentences. So those people had nothing to lose. So I had a roommate killed 13 people.
13 people?
13 people, yes. I had a guy who murdered his wife, was 84 years old. And he murdered his wife 19 times with a hammer, and he got the indictment papers with him. He told me, "You want? I will show you the hammer." Oh, fuck! I don't want to be the next one in the night. I will because you're showing the case. In prison, when you come into the wing, they want to see on what you indicted. Yeah. We don't pedophile, rape, not in the wing. They're gonna cut them up, and you see suicide. And my teeth are broken. I have like implants. You fight on a fucking shit. You need to know how to navigate in prison, man. It's a tough place to be. Terrible people. Some people have nothing to lose. They have only the honor.
And while all this is going on,
yes,
they're still doing their investigation on you. They're trying to get this film. What's the situation?
Okay. When 2019, my lawyer called me, come to visit me actually, and he told me, listen, I got a contact from Netflix, and they told me they're making movie about you. You can cash out from it. Seems nice. I said, all right.
Seems nice. This is cool, man.
Yeah, I'm
going to be famous.
I get out on 5th of May, 2020. When I got my phone and everything, I've contacted Felicity Morris. She was the executive producer from Raw TV UK. And I've contacted her directly. Hi, Simon Leviev. I get out from prison. What are you doing? And blah, blah, blah. And we started to start speaking. We had long conversation for hours on the phone, which she kind of asked me about my story, which she fished a lot of information, which she used in a movie, to drama, to things. Let's say I said to her when I was on Iran and I had houses and I had some properties and some things, clothes, and I sent my employees to pick them up for me. They stole me the clothes and sold them. So she did it like one of the girls sold my clothes, and it was like so real when she's sitting there in the interview and then boom, the message, she sold them right now. It was like that. I show her the lawsuit which I made against the girls. They offer me to participate and to sell my copyrights for the next 10 years and to pay me 8.5 million euros.
That's what Netflix offered?
Yes, and in 2020. My lawyer says, okay, we will do that if we will get everything that you have conducted beforehand. So we want to see what is going to be, that he's not going to incriminate himself, because at the end of the day, he can find himself in prison. They refused to give it. We said, okay, you're conducting interviews. Give us what you have, what material, so we can prepare. You want to leave him out there. They refused. So we understand, okay, it's going to be one-sided. It's going to be something they plain dirty already.
They're going to make you look bad.
Yeah. And we said, okay, let's wait and see. It's a documentary. What could be? How many people are going to watch it? Who cares about it? And we knew there is nothing like new. Lived my life, everything okay. And then the promo started, I think, at the end of December. Started the promos and this. Yeah. Of course, I was waiting. Was waiting for it. I remember the day it came out. It was 2nd of February 2022. Was Wednesday, 11 o'clock GMT time. Watched it alone. And I was like, that's it. They literally recycled the article. Nothing was surprised, just the third girl, Eileen.
You wasn't impressed by the movie?
No, nothing. It's like the same thing. I would go Simon Leviev VG. You will see the same article as literally the movie. It's nothing. I thought.
Was it accurate?
Absolutely not. They took the article, they made it. Of course, made some more drama, make it more nicer, trying to make it more sexy. Of course, with an actors, with this more dramatic. But I said that's it. It's nothing. Not that worst.
So openly, you didn't swindle no one out of no money.
No. If I swindle, I admit it to you now. Back in the days, I swindled banks. I did mistakes, and back in the days, and all of these things. Again, what is swindling? We took loan on a company, the company being bankrupt, and then Donald Trump did it 5-6 times. Did you take
any money from any females?
No, I didn't. I gave money to females. Never took any money from any female.
So listen, I'm not agreeing, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking the questions the viewers want to see. Where did this all come from? Because surely there's some truth to it, some aspect.
So if I want to bring someone down and this person is wanted, the best things to do to create an article, to create a story. When you're saying those kind of stuff, you don't need to be checked. If you say rape, you need a police report. You will need a bit more hospital reports. It's a bit more serious than this kind of allegations. If now a girl will come, say, I had $30,000 cash in my pocket. It's all my life savings. which could make sense. She's saving $1,000 a month or something like that. I went on a date with Simon Leviev. I left my bag. I came back. The money is not there. Oh my God, it's all my life saving and everything. She will cry. Girls seeing a cat, they cry. So it doesn't turn it into a reality. There is no one thing of me, any transfer money to me, anything that I took any money from them. I didn't. Listen, the girls, it's create for them. It's made them on the spot of the planet. The people after the movie, they did GoFundMe page. They raised £800,000. After 1 week, I said to the media, how come they saying they are in debt if they got £800,000? Where is this money going? But they still, 3 years later, not 3 years, sorry, 7 years later, the movie, like 2018, now 2025, like they still repaying debt.
So who created the first article on you?
VG, okay, this guy had a cousin.
Was this the guy you had drama with?
Yes, he had someone. He understand that if he will make this article or something, my face will be out there. So if he cannot beat me, at least he will make me arrested. Some people, revenge, it's sweeter. It's not about money. It's about principle. It's power. Yeah. Power, it's more than money. At least where I'm come from as well. Like, when I will fuck him up just to show him. It's not about the money. He doesn't want to take the money anymore.
What happened with you and that man? Do we know his name or can we not say his name?
I cannot say his name.
So let's call him James.
All right.
Yeah? So James is the one who created the drama.
Me and James James introduced me to one person. I did a deal. The person supposed to get a percentage from the deal. I give the deal. The deal broke down. Me and the other guy become good friends. We did another deal. The person tell me, okay, I want a commission on this as well. I said, no, man, you don't deserve it.
It's not your work.
It's not your work. And they said, no, I will fuck you up. And this, you will see this. You're not going to talk to me this way. I try, of course, to breach it up. Listen, I will give you a small percentage. No, it's my money. I will fuck you up. My car like this. And I don't work this way. So say it. Okay, I don't care. And then I got phone calls. I will take your daughter from the kindergarten. I will do like this. I will do like that. I will do like that. And then you understand, okay, it's getting out of hand.
So what's the situation with you and James today?
You can shoot a person once, not twice. It's over.
James he tried to ruin your life, right? He tried.
In a way, for him, he succeeded. When someone get locked up, it's over. You know what I mean? This is how it is. He succeeded in a way, in his own way. I didn't heard from him. Didn't see them since then. Didn't look for him. And
so all right. So forget about James. He's out of the picture, right? James didn't succeed in what he tried to do.
Correct.
Netflix, on the other hand, they did succeed. They made multi-million pounds from the Tinder Swindler.
Absolutely.
Based on your life.
Yes.
You're saying falsely created this.
Everything that you have seen, the Tinder profile picture, everything has been literally
created,
stolen and literally stolen and created and to create drama on everything and on every scale. One second, I will show you everything that they have been done. Nothing was accurate. The only thing that they used, the real element of me using fake passport, of me being in prison. When I was wanted, they showed to the police officer, listen, this guy is wanted. Yes, I was wanted on the check, but they don't see it. So people thinking I went for prison only 5 months. I didn't been 5 months. I did 13 months. 5 months I did in Israel. I did before that and years before that. And I been on this check on 2010 that I have told. Didn't been ever investigated, questioned on any female whatsoever. Didn't. So on the contrary, I made a lawsuit against them. Here, sit down. Okay, here. This is from the Tinder Swindler. Okay, you can see my profile picture, Simon Leviev, official.
Is that a real picture?
This Instagram account I opened up when I've been released in prison in 2020. I never present myself in 28. The original picture, it was this one from my ex-girlfriend Instagram in 2021.
So they've created the whole thing.
They created it. They bought the article. Okay, they bought this article. So everything that you technically seen, 16th of February 2019, is called the Tinder Swindler. This was the famous picture when they did to me the ambush, which I told you. The article was in English. It was 166 words. F movie kind of. And that's why the article become very viral. And it's viral.
So they bought that article.
And it was viral because of this part. On the run. This is the police who can... I don't know why it doesn't work. But
not a problem. We'll put that
anyway, it's like kind of a movie. It's very easy to see. And when they have seen that, this is how it's become. And everything that you've seen in the movie, it literally, this is what from this article.
Netflix offered you 8.6 million.
Yes.
What did you settle at?
I said no. It didn't happen in one day. It took us a few months of negotiation, of contracts, back and forth, what we want to be inside, what we don't want to be inside, what we want them to reveal us, and everything like that. I'm not going to such a deal just...
Did they ever pay you?
No, they didn't pay me.
You've not
back
made no
then.
money from Netflix? No, now, I mean.
Direct. Now I cannot reveal what is going on.
Has Netflix paid you?
I cannot reveal what I have right now.
Okay. You can't reveal if you've had any transactions?
I cannot. I have a collaboration. This is what I can say.
So you have ongoing work with Netflix?
Let's say like that, yes.
Okay, that's fine. Do you think the Tinder swindler helped you in a negative or positive way?
Of course, in a positive way. Of course, in a positive way. Of course, in the beginning, I didn't see it. It was one of the hardest time because nothing prepares you to such a scale. Because normally, when a person becomes famous, it takes him some time. Here, overnight, you become worldwide famous. Everybody knows your name. Paparazzi was waiting under the house from all over the world. It was like nothing prepares you for that.
And what about your love life? Do you find it hard for women to trust you?
Of course, the story is all the time coming up, and I understand, and it makes sense to explain to people because there is not your side of the story. But no, actually, on the other side, I get more girls than before, and it's from Norway and Sweden. Figure out girls.
So you don't have no issue with girls thinking, oh, he's trying to scam me, he's trying to swindle me, nothing like that?
I make jokes from it, so let them think this way. I mean, if someone think he's stupid enough to believe in it, so because the truth is in the face.
At your peak, you was worth £80 million, right?
No, I was worth way more than that.
What would you say you was worth at your peak?
I won't go to detail.
Roughly, let's put a figure on it.
I didn't even know how much.
100 plus millions?
Yes.
And that was before all this bullshit started?
Correct.
What would you say you're worth today?
I don't know. I don't count.
You still a very successful man?
I can tell you one thing. I will be a billionaire. I don't know when, but I will be a billionaire. In dollars, it be.
Would you say you're wealthier now or back then?
Now.
So you're worth more than 100 million now?
I don't say how much I'm worth, and I don't go into details because I guess the authority is also looking. But I have enough. I don't count.
You don't need to worry about money.
I don't count. I don't look on a price tag. I buy whatever I want. I buy whatever I like. I don't. I have properties. I swear to God, I don't even know the addresses. I have someone manage it for me. Yeah, I do.
What does the future hold for Simon? Are you staying as Simon? Are you changing your name again?
Look, I have ongoing case with the Leviev family.
That's what I wanted to talk about. So where they was such a large family, you said they were a very famous family, right?
Yes.
Surely they had a situation with this. You've ruined their name, right?
I didn't ruin the name. On what you're looking.
Simon Leviev, you've put a bad name on there.
I am Simon Leviev as an individual.
So where the Leviev family was a very well-known family, right?
Yes.
I understand you said, okay, I'm Simon Leviev, the individual, but if I went and changed my name to Mikey Musk and I become a serial killer, yeah? Elon Musk is going to turn around and say, whoa, what's going on here?
So maybe now when he's in the Doge committee, maybe you can have a new laws to make that family name is become a trademark or there is a copyright. But the last time I've checked, at least in my country, there is no copyrights and I can change the name to the fuck I want to.
So what has the family done? Surely they've reached out and said, yo,
after the movie, I'll show you something even funnier. After the movie, they had bad names for themselves. Like they had a lot of diamond smuggling and a lot of problem of their own. The father was wanted back in the country. They made a private criminal complaint, which kind of literally took me to court. And of using the name, it's a nonsense. It's all going for 3 years. Nothing happened with it, and nothing will happen to it because it's nothing. It's charges only. It could be only of defamation on name. This is the maximum charges that it can go. So let's say worst case scenario, I got convicted, I will get fined. The worst case.
When you become Simon Leviev, did you ever say you was part of that family?
No, I cannot. Everybody knows them, and why would I?
You never said you was a son, a cousin, a long lost member.
I didn't go by this name. I was on a fake passport, so people knew me as. They knew my nickname is Simon. I said all the time, why Simon? Simon said, because I gave orders to people. I couldn't use this name. When I've been in hotel, name never was on a different identities.
So you was never using Simon on identity?
I couldn't. I didn't
Simon
hold the
wanted.
passport under the name Simon Levaev throughout all of these years. Didn't. I didn't have an A passport under the name Simon Levaev. I didn't. They didn't allow me to leave the country. I was a wanted man on Interpol.
Do you have any issues with the police now?
No. I'm
Nothing
a
at all?
free man whatsoever.
And your passport, Simon Levaev.
Yes, I'm Simon
That-
Levaev. I can ask my secretary to say I'm Simon Levaev. This is how it is, yes.
That's what it says on the passport. I don't need to say. I
No,
believe.
I can-
Listen, you've
I-
made enough
I-
fake passports in your life. You can have a
I
fake
can
picture
show
of
you.
one.
Look, some people can have to enjoy the benefit of the doubt. You understand that if I will do the smallest mistake, I'm going to prison for. They will make an example for me. So I don't have to enjoy the benefit of the doubt. I'm starting from minus 200. So automatically, they suspecting, and the government, they see me as the guy with the system. And at the end of the day, as much as it sounds, they don't care really about justice. They care about to show that they're doing something. And this is sometimes it's frightening because they don't really doing it to do justice. So they looking, I can tell you, they sitting down and waiting for you to fall down to do a mistake. So, for example, it was my business partner got arrested by mistaking of identity in 2022 in Hungary. Yeah. And it's been published, they've been arrested. All the girls, oh my God, thank you for the Interpol. It's nothing to do with you. It's like I will drink and drive and I will be arrested. And now the girls will say, oh my God, thank you for the police. It's nothing to do with your case. He just was drinking and driving. It's nothing, but this is how badly everybody wants you. So mistakes, it's not an option. You know, even in business, I had some friends, I told them invest in some coin. And they did. We lost the money. I pay them for my own, at least how much they put, that they won't say it was a scam. This is how bad fucked up it is. You understand what I mean?
Everything now.
Because if it's for real, you're losing, you cannot lose. You cannot lose. You cannot say someone you lose because they will think, he's scamming me, all of this shit. So it's bad. This is the problem.
So let me ask you a question now. Your future.
Yes.
As Simon Levaev, I asked, are you going to keep that name?
Yes. It's become, first of all, it's me. It's not like an identity or as a person that I am pretend to be. It's who I am. It's Simon Levaev. This is who I am. It's a brand right now. I have my second movie coming up. I have my dating app coming up. My book coming up. A cinematic movie even. Now we are in the final talks about it. And my crypto coin next week, actually, on Valentine's Day. So...
You got a busy future.
Yes, this is for now. And in the future, I want to go to politics.
You're going to go to politics, yeah?
Yes.
We're not going to talk about politics.
No, but it's my biggest vision, my biggest things that I see myself.
So you're a very busy man. You've got a lot upcoming.
Yes.
Do you ever wonder that the past affects your future?
No, actually help me.
In the sense as what you've done in the past, well, what you've been accused of doing in the past. One thing we need to make clear is you never went to prison for anything Netflix said, right?
Correct.
So there's some truth to what everything you're saying is true, because if you've done what they said you've done, you'd be in prison, correct?
Correct, yes.
So you're never worried about if a girl comes out and says this again and this is all comes again. You're not worried about none of that.
You cannot. I sleep very good at night because I know I didn't do anything. Words don't cost money. Everybody can go. Everybody can say. Everybody can. I don't blame the girls as well. It's now the bread and butter. They will change the story. They will come out a liar. Suddenly they become a motivational speaker. They become anti-scamming. Like how, if you've been scammed, how you can be anti-scam? Like, sorry to say that, the scammer should be like the thing. And don't get me wrong. Look, when I looked at the movie, and I will be in my side, I will not admire the guy. It's a fucked up thing to do. I'm honest with you. If Simon Levaev, the character that they portrayed, is a terrible man, and he deserves to be in prison. He deserves a difficult sentence. He do. But I am not this Simon Levaev. It's the image that they try to portray. And also another thing, take things in proportions. I'm getting enormous amount of hate.
Yeah.
And I don't hide it. I say my team, don't block comments, don't delete comments, leave everything. You know, people running, breaking their foots just to go to see the comments on the social media and everything. Amount of hate which I receive online is beyond, but people take things in proportions. Let's assumably that the story was true. And girls has been scammed, which is terrible story. But the guy paid his debts to the society, regardless of whatever it is. It's been 7-8 years. The girls made tons of money from it. Let's assumably there is people who scamming daily, billions, grandpas, whatever it is. You don't hear about them. Everybody, like you are the guy that everybody likes to hate. Why this is right? People saying, okay, we want to hear the truth, but you don't. There is no my second side of their eyes lying. Why I would lie? Don't believe me. Believe to all the law enforcements around the world. Believe to all the court cases around the world, which they don't trust the drama of Netflix. You don't put someone in prison based on a movie just because it is. No, I promise you.
It is a movie.
Exactly. It's a drama. The girl's crying. You're thinking that the girl came up to a set? They didn't prepare for it? You're really thinking I didn't change my shirt before I came here? I did my hair or prepared myself? Obviously I did. So obviously the girls, there is makeup, there is soundman, there is lighting and everything. So she's sitting down in camera. Oh my God, I see you texting. You're really think logically that it was a camera of Netflix Live and texting? Obviously not. So it's created. So it's not me. So if it's created, they could write down everything, correct?
Yeah.
You wasn't there. So why are you quitting, judging me? The girls crying. Obviously they're crying because they understand that this is the stage. They took acting classes. Obviously, they will cry because they want to create more drama. They tell them to cry. Maybe she cut onions before that. Whatever it is, but it's very good. So if you will repeat on a lie 1,000 times, not going to make it true. Nowadays, girls will do anything in order to get famous. Anything in order to get publicity. Anything. They will go to extreme length. And I know girls and people will do way more for way, way, way less. So they created the #1 most ever watched Netflix in the history. The movie
Is that what it was?
Yes, the movie was nominated to 5 Emmy Awards, won the Best Brits Awards, and now they're making another one. It was 96 countries for 6 weeks in a row, first place. At the moment, as we speak, in 3 years later, in Russia, I don't know how they have Netflix there, it's between the top 10 most watched movies right now. So it's just showing you how big it is. I'm still relevant after 3 bloody years.
So you said Netflix are making part 2.
Yes.
Your story.
Yes.
The truth behind it all.
The way they're doing it, I cannot reveal everything. It's kind of a follow-up what had happened, like with the Leviev court and everything and so on and so on. And they will leave the viewer to decide, kind of a murder mystery. And you will hear it, and we don't say anything.
That side of the story you have input in, right?
Yes.
Are you playing yourself?
Yes. It's not really playing, it's more...
Your life. It's a documentary.
Yes. Kind of a docudrama, it's...
And that is based on a true story.
Yes. Based on my story. Of course, it's going to be element. Listen, they're not going to portray
They're going to glamorize it and make it seem better and everything, of course. Yeah. But that is... You can sit here and on this podcast, you're going to say, yeah, part 2 will be based on a true story.
Correct, yes.
Are you nervous?
No. The worst already happened. What else can be? What do we say? I'm a swindler. That I swindle more.
How much do they say Simon Leviev swindled total?
I don't know. They estimated in $1 billion, but no, I'm not a billionaire yet. But I will be a billionaire. Not from swindling, though.
$1 billion, they said that's what Simon swindled.
Yes. But I'm wondering from who? Where is the girls? They say that I took from one to another and I paid. Where is the business model? I'm saying if I took from a girl 200,000 and I spend on $500,000, doesn't make sense. Like, where is the business model? If there is dozens of girls, so where they are? I'm looking for them as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind finding some myself. I can't lie. $1 billion.
Well, that's good, but I'm just giving, and you should not call me the Tinder swindler. You should call me the Tinder donor.
How much would you say you spent on women?
Tens of millions, combined. Tens of millions, man, easily. Tens of millions. I've been with many ladies, over 1,000. My life, yeah. Well, I don't need to reveal everything, but I thought back in the days, I thought it would make me happy, but now, no. I think it's just like waste of time, waste of your energy. And all I wish for myself is only peace, honestly, because I think that the chasing after the girl, the body, it's the self-control, I think, is the biggest thing that I mastered in prison. And if you can resist those kind of things, you are invincible.
To wrap up the podcast, I got a few questions for you. Are you in a relationship?
I seen someone.
Are you loyal?
Yes.
You are? Because obviously the Simon from back in the day was chasing all the women. You was living your best life.
They portrayed it like that. Look, I don't believe in cheating. You're free man, go be with 3 girls a night. It's your business. I don't believe in jumping from one what for you need all of this drama? Be a free man. I want to be with this one tonight. I want to see this one. I want to see this one. That's not an issue.
What does the future hold for Simon? What is your goal? What is the end of 2025's goal?
I want to be in peace. I'm not in peace.
You want to clear your name?
Not really as much, because it's helping the bad boy, the Tinder swindler thing it's serving me right now. So I'm honest with you. Doesn't really care. And who will believe you will believe you. Who doesn't, no matter what you will show them, the truth you will show them right now. There is rain, they will say, no, it's a sun. Like, whatever. I don't have to convince no one, as long as I know the truth and I'm feeling good about myself. All I would wish myself to be in peace, to build a family one day. This is all I want. Like a real family. This is what I wish for myself.
Is there anything you would like to say to the viewers watching this today?
Don't quick judge in person before you know the full story. And never, ever, 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 ever give up. This is the thing that never, ever give up. Find something that you're good at. Go for it till the end. Lose 1,001 times. Shoot 10 bullets. Eventually, one will hit.
Simon, it's been a pleasure having you on my show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Guys, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.